Meanwhile, over 2.8 million eligible voters will head to the polls on Saturday for the governorship off-cycle election in Anambra State. Now, according to the INEC, the commission has finalized plans for deployment of 24,000 personnel and election materials across 5,718 polling units and 326 ward collation centers in the state's 21 local government areas. How prepared are the residents and what are they expecting before, during and after the polls?
Full confidence, because we know we have security here and we know the INEC, they are to their own work.
I know they do election. I just have it on my side. But I get voter's card. If they do the vote, I can go and put to anyone who I like. You see here? That's what I go do.
I'm not a politician. Since I was born, I have not voted for anybody. I'm not even ready to vote because they are not doing fine.
But the truth is that they said we should vote for a person of our choice. And from all the candidates, I don't think my choice is there.
INEC maybe it go do or not, because Nigeria no get rule, no get law.
The mood so far is still very cool and calm. The atmosphere is still very favorable. By the grace of God, if this atmosphere should be maintained, I think we are going to have a peaceful election so far in this state.
Well, my colleague News Central's Austin Azu joins us live from Anambra for more details on the mood in the light of the nation's the elections in Anambra State. Austin, what's the general atmosphere like in Anambra State? We see that over 2.4 million people are headed to the polls on Saturday for the off-cycle elections. What are their expectations?
Okay, good afternoon, Blessing. Currently, we are at an event. Behind me, you can see that there's a INEC chairman's meeting with stakeholders here in Oka, particularly to look at the issues at hand, which is the off-cycle election. Like rightly stated earlier on, the INEC chairman and other stakeholders yesterday signed the peace accord, and thereafter it's expected that the election will be peaceful and just as anticipated, and what the people are actually saying here in Anambra State. Of course, Anambra State shares border with so many states, Edo, Delta, Imo, yes, Rivers, and so on and so forth. But currently at the event here we are right now, the stakeholders engagement is ongoing. But for what of time, we have Ikena Azomchi, the obedient general, to please talk to us. Sir, please step forward a little. Okay, sir, you are a stakeholder, sir. Okay, bring us to speed. What are the expectations of residents of Anambra State before the election, during the election, and after the election?
Well, as you can see, we are all here as stakeholders to make sure that we are monitoring the electioneering process. We want to be sure that Anambrarians come out en masse on time and vote for their preferred candidates. And there's no doubt about the readiness. You can see everyone is here. The stakeholders were ready, we are waiting.
Of course, you are not a security personnel, but I would like to put this question before you. The last election that brought in this incumbent governor was marred with so many violence before the election day. As a stakeholder, what are the feelers from the field in terms of maintaining peace and order among the political parties?
Well, I think I can give the governor credit for that. Coming from the obedient family, we endorsed him based on his performance. You can see that the crime in Anambra for some months now has really gone down. So we are not expecting to see any form of insecurity or any form of attacks on anyone. Anambra is peaceful at this moment. Of course, you cannot rule out pocket of crimes here and there. As long as people live, crime must be committed. But I give kudos to the governor.
Okay, let's talk about the stakeholders' engagement here now. What's likely the things you might likely take away from this stakeholders' engagement, and what is primarily is the purpose of this stakeholders' engagement?
Well, as you can see, we have a new INEC chairman whom everybody is looking at now to see his first election process, and we are sure, knowing his background, I think we should give him time. I'm positive, actually. I'm here positively because I believe it will go well.
So what are the takeaways from this stakeholders meeting with the INEC chairman?
The takeaway is to make sure that he directs INEC to do the right things, to make sure that there's no voters' apathy and that people do their jobs. The INEC staffs are on point. We don't expect to see any foul plays with the new INEC chairman. We are confident.
Okay, before I let you go, we spoke to a cross-section of respondents who expressed diverse opinions about, indecisive about their going to the poll on Saturday. As a stakeholder, how far have you guys gone with voter sensitization?
Well, we are not expecting a lot of much voters apathy because we know that most of the aspirants have been campaigning, and based on the spirit of Anambra-ness, the Anambra people are people who want to do things practically. So we expect the Anambrians to come out. We have been doing the sensitization, as you can see. I've been here the last 2 months, urging obedience to go out and vote. So Saturday, I believe that we would defy these norms that people are speculating. Anambrians are beginning to be aware of the need to vote for the preferred candidate, and you will see it happen on Saturday.
Okay, thank you, Iken Azomchi, the Obedient General. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, from what we gather from the field as well, we have seen security personnel doing show of force, and from the media we only heard that the police have deployed drones to, to complement what they intend to do on Saturday to ensure that there's peace and order during and before the election. So back to you in the studio, Blessing.
Azu, thank you so much. The Anambra people are heading to the polls on Saturday, and they'll be voting for their preferred candidate. Thank you for the update.